Recording has begun. This is only day 4 of this run, which is kind of crazy. Like I was telling you guys just a moment ago, for those that just came in, I'm still not feeling 100%. Had to miss yesterday's stream, so it's still a little bit under. So today might be an extra chill day. But we're still doing the same playthrough, 5% no pause. Losing is fun. Cassandra. Eventually high wealth. We were doing the Transhumanist playthrough, so we just got to the point where we are. We got a lot of neural superchargers, which is really annoying. They're very needy. What did we just do? We killed... Oh, yeah. We had that big humanoid... Oh, man, my mouse is screwing up. Anyway, we had that humanoid attack, and then it was a triple sapper. Like, you could see where they broke through here, and they broke through over here, and then these ones came through here. I woke up the mech cluster to deal with them, but the mech cluster killed this one, and the mech cluster came after us. So we ended up having to fight 3 groups of tribals and a pretty big mech cluster all at once. But we survived. Not only did we survive, we didn't take any damage. So a little bit better, a little bit. Started calling you characters for them to use to, or looking at too much. Gotcha. Did you? Thank you. Yeah, I found a way to play this without kill boxes. Is that another new P music song? OP raids. Oh wait. Don't like having to make kill boxes? If you don't like having to make kill boxes, play on an easier difficulty is all I can really tell you. At max level, like at 500% no pause, I can imagine playing without like fallback positions and kill areas set up. It would be possible if you just do these things like all over the place, like kind of like I'm doing now. And my mouse wheel's all screwed up. I might have to replace my mouse. Anyway, but yeah, that's the only thing really. Kill fields, try your entire base with it. Yeah, that's basically what I'm doing. That's kind of like an elaborate kill box in and of itself. You don't want to play with anything. You just want to play more open in buildings. You're probably gonna have to turn on the difficulty. So, P Music added another song since Sunday. It's pretty chill. Should just add a bunch of toggles like Class Mortars is now. Loud breachers, sappers. Yeah, I'd be good with that. All right, how long has it been since Cassandra hit us? Oh, I hit the wrong button. Sorry. Cassandra. Right, so she had just hit us. So we are in the process of researching vitals monitor. That's right, we're gonna move the hospital. And then I want to get pulse charge munitions. We need to start getting recon helms. How long have I been playing this run? We are on day 303. This is our 4th stream of it. But Bert, thank you for the resub. Thank you for coming back and resubbing, Bert. Much appreciated. Thank you for using the Twitch Prime here. Modding can. Oh yeah, that I know nothing about modding, but it's crazy the things you can do in RimWorld. Rand, thank you for the 100 bits. Thank you, Rand. Play the same scene as you. Also trying Arco ending before you sold your base. Did not realize that you could pack animals and stuff. Well, they changed it recently, so you can no longer keep all the caravan crap. So they changed it, so you're good. Why did I build around the tree? Because I would rather protect the tree and the people meditating at it. It's only a maximum 30% loss. So 30% psi focus gain and 30% grass growth gain. So instead of building away from the tree and having them run all the way there every day, that would probably be less. That would be probably a bigger hit than 30%. So yeah, I will always build near the tree to protect it and protect the people that are meditating. And we can meditate during like animal attacks and stuff this way. So I'll take the 30% hit. It caps out at minus 30%, which isn't a big deal for the trade-off. Thank you, Kukox. All right. You thought you should never? No, it's never been that way. In fact, before 1.3, it was even better than now, because before 1.3, you didn't get the grass growth nerf for building around it. All right, so we're gonna move this over here. It's one of our big things. We want to get the hospital moved. And expand on it. We did get another bionic eye. I think I'm gonna... Man, we got a lot of things to replace. Yeah, no problem. Rant, thank you for the gift sub. Who'd you hit? Deathseek? Deaths? Thank you for the gift sub to Deaths. Ninja Kiwi, let's give you your weapon back.
Welcome back. Your steadfast loyalty is greatly appreciated.
Stria, thank you for the resub. 13 months, Stria. That's a long time. Thank you, Stria. Much love to Stria. You learned so much watching the stream? Well, thank you. Thank you. I've streamed many hours. All right, we did get some horses. I think we went ahead and set the scanner back up. So the scanner is now set to plasteel. We got some horses, and we actually recruited some people to mine, which is really nice. What else happened? I'm trying to remember all since we haven't done this since Sunday. We have this, the melee prisoner. Right. He has a screwed up right eye as well. That's not too bad. It's not too bad. So we are currently reducing his will. We're overproducing food a little bit. And let's keep working on getting those bionic eyes installed. So who's next for a bionic eye? First, we want to check and see if there's anyone with any eye problems. Oh, Misfortune has a screwed up spine. Sorry, Misfortune. Well, right there we have someone that's missing an eye. So Mio is missing their eye, and they're our doctor. So probably a good idea to give them the next one. So we'll do that. Left eye. Install bionic eye, left eye on Mio. And let's have Jack do that. There we go. Stay prison escape control the highest possible. I don't remember. I feel like it is, but I don't remember, honestly. So, man, I don't know what's going on with my... Oh, I know what's going on with my mouse. I'm afraid I'm going to have to replace it. Mouse wheel screwed up. It's going. Goggle, welcome in. Ice Team, welcome back. Colonists got scarred up pretty quickly. Oh, yeah. Yeah, a lot of it was Scythers. See, thank you for the 200 bits. Not feeling that well. The stream is helping a lot. I'm sorry you're not feeling well, but I'm glad the stream's helping. How do you know you are overproducing food, and how do you balance that? So basically, if you're using only rich soil, 15 plots per colonist on year-long growing is enough to feed them all. If you're not using rich soil, if you're using plain soil, it's 20 plots of rice for simple meals. And for hydroponics, it's 7 plots. That'll feed someone, if it gets harvested instantly, it'll feed them forever. So for me, I usually go above that a little bit because of animals and prisoners and things coming in. But I can tell I'm over because of how much raw food we have. So I usually like to stay around 2,000 or so. And so when we had a bunch of prisoners and whatnot, I was overproducing. I might not worry about it. The other thing is, too, since we're using nutrient paste and not simple meals right now, it's way more calorie efficient. So what I could do for a little while, if I really wanted to, is I could just pump out some vegetarian fine meals. But sleep and simulator plus circadian need only 4 hours sleep from 30% rest bar. Interesting. Yeah, I know a lot of people like the half cycler. I know that's not what you're talking about, but I don't like the half cycler because consciousness is so important. I'm really worried. Like, someone last time, Sunday or Saturday, was saying, like, why don't you use the half? People won't have to sleep ever. And I'm like, yeah, but they're going to do everything 15% worse. And then in combat, that's the big one, the consciousness fall. But the other ones are pretty decent, yeah. What happened to the base where you had, this is the same one, yeah. But we found a trick with the ritual room, so this is the same one that we had the Jade Fence. But, how's it going, Bart? Beast Swing, welcome in. Long story short, you know how the ritual needs all floored, no beds, no work facilities? Turns out this room satisfies that, right? This room satisfies it, but it's not good for the actual ritual stats. What you can do is you can have 2 setups. You can have this one shoved in a room that meets the requirements, and then you can do the rituals where you normally wouldn't or aren't supposed to. So I can actually do the rituals in here at full potency, even though they're not supposed to work in a room with beds and stuff. So that's why we got rid of the ritual room. It's because we don't actually need it anymore, thanks to a new cheese that has been discovered. All right, so we're working on getting everyone bionic eyes basically right now.
You will join us or die, Master.
Goggle, thank you for the good sub to Miss Pangea. Thank you, Goggle, very much appreciated. Let's go ahead, Sam, welcome in. So right now, we are just biding our time, getting eyes set up. We're going to stay lowish on wealth, and let me go ahead and set these to come over into here. It's not urgent, though. But I will do it. Caught up on the bonds. My day off helps you. Let's go on. DJ, welcome in. Queen Bay, welcome back. Morning. Stuff. Let's go on. Pizza, welcome in. So we got our initial kill tunnel set up. We need to make this longer, so give us a little more time. So I'm gonna wrap that around there. We're also, yeah, power needs are gonna be friggin' insane the more people we get. It's time to link with a tree again. Don't remember who we were getting set up on that. We're really looking for another fire escape. Really looking for another fire escape. We got Gerbil with one fire escape. That's right. We got invisibility last time. So we're working on Orn. That's right. All right, Orn, let's go ahead and begin the ritual. We're gonna get tier 4. I mean, tier 4, what? Word of Serenity? Be nice. Oh yeah, that's what I was saying. I said, I was just saying that reminded me of that you were talking about the other ones, not the half cycler, yeah. Yeah, that's interesting. I'm wondering how a setup with the biphasic would work. I guess I would, with that setup, I guess I would either give them more chairs to average their comfort up more often. We got Skip. Skip's really good. That's our third Skip. I guess I'd have to give them chairs to average their comfort up more often throughout the day, or, yeah, I don't know. I'd have to see how much comfort they got from the bed twice a day at the lower amount. Probably just do the chair thing. Although sleep is a very good thing in the game to make mood better, because it freezes their mood. It doesn't freeze timers, so like if they're getting over their dead husband, of course you can just set those people to sleep more, I suppose. All right, we're already back up to 14 grass because of the ritual. They're still cleaning things up. Did we end up? Yeah, we got them back on the work. So the other thing is we were getting pretty low on steel. It looks like that's still the case. Actually, no. I forgot. We got those 2 miners and we got them set up. We need plasteel, gold, and uranium. And how we doing on... Let's see. Dedicated research. We moved Misfortune to it.
A generous bestowal.
All right, let's put Misfortune back on that. Rand, thank you for the 400 additional bits. Thank you, Rand. Much appreciated. 1 supercharge per colonist. About that, yeah. So they need one every 24 hours, and it takes 24 hours for one to charge. But they don't use them exactly on cooldown. But to be on the safe side, 1 per colonist is what you kind of need. Right now we're just under that. Someone was saying you can get away with about 10% less than what you need, so that's kind of what I'm doing. Use the long-range scanner with Cassandra as her raids are more predictable. Yeah, I think it's worth using on any kind of playthrough, especially if you have far skip, and we do actually have a far skip. I'd really like to get 1 more. But yeah, I think it's even more usable on Cassandra and Phoebe because you wait until after the raid cycle, and then you know you're pretty safe to go mine as long as you get back within that 6 days, you know? So yeah, absolutely. So the problem with my mouse... Hey, exotic good ship. We didn't get many ships last stream at all. Right, I moved this. Anyway, the problem with my mouse is that the little, like, rubber part that's on the wheel has come loose from the actual wheel. And so if I don't press down on it, it rolls independently and it doesn't actually scroll. This mouse isn't even that old. We have 77 components. We need to buy advanced components specifically. We have some plasteel, but I might end up buying that too. Specialized limbs. It's tempting. Getting those drill arms on our miners. Very tempting. Maybe I'll do it. Maybe. Then again, ABC. Always buy components. Alright. Do any bots? What is the best building in a slate map worlds? I don't know what you mean by best building. Slate is a decent stone. It's kind of middle of the road. Like it builds. How do you get better material? It's just based on what your map is. So when you pick your map, there will be in the terrain. You can see what kind of stone types that map has. That's gonna be it. Beyond that, those are the base types, right? So there's going to be uranium and stuff that you can get from deep drilling and scanning. plasteel as well, so those are going to be better no matter which map. But as far as the actual base stone types on your map, those are set when you actually choose a map. And to get different ones than that, you're going to have to like go settle another map or start over. Slate's kind of middle of the road though. It's okay HP. It builds kind of quickly. It's not as quick building as sandstone. It's not as much HP as like granite. It's not as beautiful as marble. It's just middle of the road for everything, which isn't too bad. Inside check it. Yeah, no worries. So now I welcome in Bubba Fett. Welcome in. Yeah, it was really tipsy, but I'm gonna take the components and stuff while we have the chance. So we need some better area here. So I'm gonna redo this with a new door setup, which is kind of silly, but it works. In fact, I tested it on a test map last night, and I made all of my walls out of doors, and it actually made breaches way easier. Way easier. It was silly and it looked terrible, but literally every single wall in my entire base in the test map. So, description, it says it's brittle. Yeah. So it's lower HP than stuff like I said, like lower HP than limestone and granite, but it builds a little bit faster than those. So, has its trade-offs. It looked really stupid, but it was very strong. So the reason why, for anyone that doesn't know, breachers destroy walls in a single hit. So like termites destroy 3 walls in a single blast, but they take like 4 hits to destroy a door. Like 4 hits to destroy a door. Turns out, if you make everything out of doors, it's quite defensively strong with this new breach bullcrap. So kind of a stupid thing, but it works. It's not stupid, it's advanced. Play empty map like nothing but ground. It depends, yeah. On a flat map, you can. There are mods to make a map like that to start with, but if you're wanting to do it yourself, you can do that over time as long as there's no overhead mountain. Most maps, even flat maps, will have a little bit of overhead mountain. As you clear out some things, there's no way to get rid of that without a mod. But other than that, yeah. Alright, man, this mouse wheel thing is really gonna drive me crazy. Okay, we already have them set up to make some granite. Let's go ahead and expand the work zone over here so they grab this. Mountain spawn, remove trick. Takes a while, yeah. Just for test, I got you, yeah. On a test one, what you would do, DC, is go to a flat map, and then in the developer tools, search for destroy and click destroy all or destroy everything, and it'll literally destroy every single thing on the map, and you'll just be left with a super flat map. Invader Zim quote. That's right. Really like Invader. How's it going? Surreal, welcome in. DC, Cole, welcome in. Jude, welcome back. All right. Just got here in time to miss the Invader Zim quote. Obey the fist. Try that out? Yeah, so you can do it with developer mode, yeah. Man, I hope this mouse doesn't screw me up. I contacted the manufacturer yesterday and they're like, well, I have to send it in. I'm like, what am I gonna do in the meantime? I'm just without a mouse? They're like, well, you have to send it in first. It's like, all right. Gigantic construction. Resurrector mech serum. Mysterious messages arrive. 48 by 32. 48 by 32 is quite large. What's the downside of it? 48 by 32. I'm probably not gonna do it. I know, it's a red serum. They're so rare now. But I mean, 48 by 32. That's a large structure. Mastery's mouse, they have issues with scroll wheels all the time. It's a Razer mouse, which the crazy thing is my other one, which is this. So I have 2 Naga mice, right? And the Naga mice have been my favorite. So I had one that I use for, I don't even know. This one I've used since its inception, right? This is the one for the stream PC. So this is like however old, I don't even know, like 8 years, 10 years old or something. No problems with it at all. However, because I liked it so much, I bought a wireless one for the gaming PC, and this one I've only had a few months, and the scroll wheel has become detached, or the tread has become detached from the wheel. How many blocks total? Good lord. A lot. Oh, you know, like 8,000. So downsides to the quest. Yeah, but if I'm not gonna do it, might as well not worry about it. So I'm not gonna do the quest. Do we end up getting this started? No, we haven't. How's our relationships going here? We still have an ally with Peria. Do we get rid of all of our human leather? That I don't know either. Oh, I'm still not feeling 100%. Healer mech serum's even more rare than resurrector serums. I don't know. Yeah, they both seem really rare to me. Ever since 1.1. Got a meeting. Yeah, like almost 8,000 blocks. Yeah. All right, on. Here's the good stuff. Why always lose your place, Orn? There you are. Tier 5. So we are looking for Far Skip. Far Skip would be ideal. If not Far Skip, then Berserk or Word of Inspiration. But I really need a second Far Skip. Far Skip, Orn. Far Skip. We got another Berserk. So it's one of the really good ones in that tier, but it's not what we were looking for. So our search for another Far Skip continues. Fart Skip. Now the search continues. All right, on to another eye. Let's see here. Do you have anyone else with an eye issue? We do. Patches. Left eye. Oh, man. You gotta be careful. This guy is a melee powerhouse here. No, I don't want you guys to kill him. All right, I have something to run now. Good. It's all right. 4-on-1 seems fair to me. Oh, gotta watch the surgery. Oh, Ninja Kiwi, no. No. Ninja Kiwi only has a 5. Mio, you do this instead, please. Well, it's a good thing I noticed that. Yeah, he is tough, yeah. Days when you can work from home means you actually get to wear comfy clothes. That is one very nice bonus. All right, Patches has a bionic eye. There we go. So we're working on getting everyone one bionic eye, and then I think after that we're gonna work towards charge rifles. Charge rifles. You get to watch the stream while working. That's a nice bonus too. Man, I probably shouldn't have streamed today. It's not feeling very well. It's all right, we got this. Oh, malaria. Malaria. Any other rooms for people? Not often. Yeah, I probably will later on this. Now that sweatpants for the last year and a half. Yeah, barracks are so strong. Jack. Patches. Jaliets. It's Jordan. No. I clicked the wrong button, Jordan. It's completely your fault somehow, though. Small wall part and door in a medical room. That's the shrine cheese. So shrines need flooring and no beds, no whatever production facilities. So we shove it in there, and then this one gets the benefit of it. So this shrine is, as you can see, it meets all the criteria, even though it says all floored, no beds allowed, no work facilities. Well, we have beds and no floor, and yet we can do this at full potency because it shares with this one. So it's a way to cheaply get a good ritual room. Do we get everyone? Misfortune. Misfortune, alright. Crap. It's cheese. It's cheese. What do you do, Misfortune? Lay down. Game time has passed so far about 300 days. On a research speed precept. I mean, take it if you want to take it. It seems very good for sure. So, for instance, tribal, it still ends up being slower overall than a standard playthrough, but it does make it faster. We're using it. So, let's take a look at this. Jack got a 7, or is that 7 rather? Patches, 6/5. Juliet. Be careful, Juliet. Hermit Jordan. Okay. Misfortune. Alright. Well, Misfortune is sick. Who's our next best social pawn? We got Ice Team. Ice Team. Patches that shrine excellent. I'm sure it'll get patched, yeah. A relic closed in the storage, a copy of it on display, and everyone benefits. That's right. What am I doing? I'm doing alright. How's it going? Instruction. Still not feeling too great, though. Spots of the shrine. You can have a shrine in a little area like this to fulfill the requirements for it very easily. And then you can have another shrine that works where it's not supposed to. So all shrines benefit from whichever one meets the requirements. Which one? The Pfizer one. Pfizer one, yeah. Let's see. We can get rid of a bunch of this crap that we have time to destroy. It's not gonna be a lot of money, but it's gonna save us some space. Man, there were so many tribals. Forgot about that. Raids are getting pretty big. Pretty big. That's why we need to, like, chill out for a little bit and... Well, this is actually making more money than I thought. Normally I would smelt a lot of this, but... we need more crafters. Finals monitor is done. Wow, this is actually getting way more than I thought we'd get. It's unusual to have this much wealth and just crappy guns laying around. It's nice though. We can grab recon. Can we also get the marine? We can. Nice. Nice. MP? Yeah, we have an EMP grenade, yeah. It's right there. Said Fiza to stun. Yeah, you know, I remember you saying that, or well, saying that your wife said that. Let's go on. Raven to welcome in. Angels welcome in. Thank you, thank you. Was off long enough for you to catch up on the run? Well, there's one benefit at least. Patches, I'm gonna need you to lay down. over 11, 14 over 10, 13, 11, 17, 13. Misfortune. Sure, what's going on there, Misfortune? You need to stop getting up, though. Might as well do preach health in one of them too. Who's the furthest? 1512. 1611. Yeah, we might as well just do this on one of them. Okay. How's the run going? It's going pretty well. It's kind of weird getting back into it, even though it's only been 3 days. It feels like so much longer. Sell random crap to pirates. For years, that's right. And then the pirates can attack us with the weapons we sold. Just like real life. Grain anti-gray warhead, mint grains of rice. It was some crop remover launched at your blighted crops. It's pretty awesome. I've not done that one. But it's kind of awesome. In a sad sort of way. So you take a break to get water, fresh air, medicine, or whatever. Recommend be okay with you actually. So we just take a moment if you really need to. Thank you, yeah. We'll see. I'll try to get through. Second one took you out for an entire day. Yeah, same with me, yeah. Yesterday was pretty terrible. Love to use you guys. Thank you. Glad they're helping out. Side effects. So, yeah. Game stuttered with all the alerts. Might be bad. Had to restart the run. Yeah, now you know what it does. It's got that going for you. You probably won't nuke. You probably won't nuke your own crops again after that. A valuable lesson has been learned. Wrong Pfizer meds, yeah. We had someone that was missing an arm, right? We had this person has the painful right arm. So we can get rid of that pain. Oh, here we go. That's who it made it for. Goose. Goose, you need your left arm replaced. Stop prosthetic arm, left arm. Juliet. Lay down. It's kind of crazy that going to the neural supercharger is a higher priority than bed rest. I don't know what it's like, which subcategory it's under, but they keep getting up to go to the neural supercharger even when they're set to bed rest and right click to do it. What are the buildings in your laboratory? Not high tech. These are neural superchargers as part of the Transhumanist meme. So they require one every 24 hours. It takes 24 hours to recharge. They start requiring them at moderate expectations, which is 81,000 wealth, and they increase their learning speed and their consciousness level. But it takes a lot of power. Yeah, neural superchargers. A blessing and a curse. Goose, I've replaced your arm. Yep, no problem. Let me charge myself so I'm energized before bed. Drinking 10 cans of Red Bull before they go to sleep. Must be a patient thing? Yeah, it's weird. So neural supercharger might be under patienting. Neural supercharger sitting on some dirt floor. That's right. What better representation of the stream is there than this? How often do they use it? Every 24 hours. There's a little bit of time there for travel and whatnot, but it lasts for 24 hours. It takes 24 hours to charge, so basically once a day. Although in practice, a little bit longer than that. Oh, yeah. Nature. Ew. Also, affecting the neural charger noticeable. Improved consciousness is always good. Improved consciousness helps with just about everything, from combat to, you know, even movement and things. Like, I think there's a cap on it, right? It'll go to over 100%, but let me see if I got someone that... Yeah, like, it's improving talking, eating. Like, it can make movements go back up to 100% if they're below it. So cautious is really good. I haven't really tested the learning speed part of it, though. Global learning factor plus 25%. That's pretty good, too, actually. Even for just making sure they don't drop levels on something, it seems pretty good. Yeah, they have a negative buff if they don't have one. Have I tried no pause or Randy? I've beaten 500% no pause like 20 times, including Randy. Yep. Most of my runs are against Randy. You can check them out on YouTube if you want. But yes, we actually just finished Arco Nexus 5% no pause Randy run for Ideology. Exclamation Arco if you want to go to it. But yeah, we did the new ending against Randy. But it's been a long time since I did Cassandra, so now we're doing a Cassandra run. CUA do superchargers, skull spikes, and wind turbines to work like embrasures. What, really? That's weird. Do you have a picture you can send me, Jet? I'm curious about this. Watch this 20-year run at the moment. That one's against Randy, yeah. Oh, Christ. Don't want them breaking that. No, I didn't mean to strip him. I clicked too fast. Now they're being let go. Misfortune, here, get your clothes back. Oh, crap. They're taking them away, Misfortune.
Welcome back.
You want to break our long-range scanner? I'm going to strip you and put you in prison.
Appreciated.
It's all right. She'll put them back on. Fathom, thank you for the resub. Thank you, Fathom. 3 months already. Let's go on, Grizzle Lookman. I swear, officer, I didn't mean to strip her. So you're calling us to strip them? Yeah. Tell you, man, I'm not all here today. More mistakes than normal. Hopefully don't lose the run because of it. But it's all right. That's all right. Let's see. 7149, 746. They shouldn't be fine. 346. 47. The only downside is they keep going and getting those neural supercharges, even though they're sick. Psychopath, Cassandra's. She's at the very edge of the map. How long until Cassandra can hit again? Soon. We're gonna get hit soon. Alright. Let's keep people inside the walls. Do you like some DLC so far? I like it overall, yeah. So I was already doing lots of themed runs that were self-imposed, so it's nice to have something in-game that we can set up to dictate themed runs in general. So, yeah, overall, I'm enjoying it so far. What's our current wealth at, roughly? We're at 155,000, so not too high yet. All right, new bionic eye. I might want to wait because we're gonna get attacked again soon. Blindsight Raider Calling? No, I've not done that one yet. No. We just finished our first win of the Arco Nexus. Which took a little while. Finished that last week. That was a Darkness Tunneler run, which was super OP. Got time to play it though. What you got today? What's the wealth goal for this one? Millions, eventually. Eventually. Back, A-Ram. Work, making you work. What's up with that? Shooting Frenzy right now is really nice. Your brother Whale died and your father died? Well, that's what you get for being tribal. Opinions of your husband, Jayliet. Oh, God. Can we get Word of Love on someone? Word of Love. Mio. Misfortune. Juliet. Mio, make these people fall back in love. Alright, thank you. That should help. Feeling better a little bit. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have streamed today either, so I'm still not 100%, but it's alright. Going over for YouTube first time, can we give you advice on dealing with drop pod raids? So 2 things about drop pod raids that I usually do is in the open areas of my base, I end up putting turrets around. I haven't done it yet in this one. I was actually thinking about doing that today. If for no other reason to pull aggro when they first land. The other thing I like to do is put lots of areas like this around inside the base. And how I generally do it, we haven't switched over to that yet, is I'll have some areas that are 5 wide throughout the base. So like, let's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have some areas like this around buildings where I put fallback positions. So I will put like a wall every other space and some barricades. So stuff like this. Throughout the base in ways where the enemy can't use it against us, but we can use it against them. And then when the drop pods fall, I grab people and I move them to whatever the closest cover like that is. The other thing I would say about drop pod raids is that big rooms like this are actually kind of bad for them. So if you have more segmented rooms, it's more likely that drop pod raids are going to be spread out into rooms. You can take care of each little cluster individually. So if you have a lot of rooms that are like this size, or even the 5x5 opening or something like that, and you get them to fall in them, then you can just go in each room one at a time. Yeah, I usually put lots of fallback positions throughout the base, and turrets, if for no other reason, to pull aggro while we're getting set up. Jack, are you all? You're over it? Okay. I think we're gonna be okay. Are you alive? Partially. How's it going, Pineapple? It's not feeling great. Marriage saver. Will I repeat Darkness Teller with insects at some point? Probably. Yeah, it's super overpowered, so I'm probably gonna wait to do it, but let's go on Carla. Zason, welcome in. Yeah, probably should skip today too. It's alright. We here. Extra chill stream today. But yeah, Cassandra should attack us again at any moment. Any moment. We should probably go ahead and send that human leather over here. Don't have a lot of it, but we might as well get rid of that a little bit. Yeah, that's fine. That's good enough. Okay, what you get me going for in this run? I don't know if I'm gonna go for a certain victory. Like, I guess if we get to the point where we do have crap loads of wealth and it's like, all right, this run is basically done. Nothing can kill us. Maybe we'll launch the ship or something, but at the moment, the goal is to eventually just get super high wealth. Wait, which ones was it? Purple. Purple. Okay. Come on, Cassandra. It's definitely about time for her to attack. When was the last raid? Day 301. So, yep. She's off cooldown, so wait and see. I'm thinking it'll be a breach. Maybe we'll finally get a siege. So. Darkness blind sight, make them happy for being in the dark all the time. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to work that way. You can't. Wait, isn't there 2 that are? There's 2 that you can't have together. Is it darkness and blind sight, the 2 of the ones that you can't actually have together? Can't remember. There's a few that you can't actually have together though. Yeah, blind sight and dark sight. Blind sight and darkness. You can't have those together. You can have both Raider and Guilty act at the same time. That's true. I could set it to 30 days. Yeah, so right around day 301, so she's definitely off cooldown. Nature, Primacy, and Human Primacy are also exclusive. Let's see, horses, female adults. We're gonna put that on like 5. Male adults 1. Female young 1. Male young 1. There we go. That should do. Time for another Cassandra 1-2 punch. Yeah, that's all she knows how to do. Can't blame her. That's just her programming. Got a new bionic eye. I don't know. Applying some of your low wealth management tricks. It's been super helpful. Base is going well. That's awesome. Yeah. Thank you for letting me know. Scan underground steel. So after the next Cassandra cycle, we'll caravan. Most likely. Most likely. Love soundtracks and P music so much. Gonna learn them on guitar. Yeah, they're so good. They're so good. Man, I might just get more research benches instead. Mad BOOMALOPES. So that actually counts as a major event. So Mad BOOMALOPE like that is mass animal insanity. So even though this should be really easy to take care of, this counts as a major event, which is silly. Oh yeah, the new ones, yeah. In fact, there's been a new one since Sunday, apparently, because first song we got on here today was something new. That was pretty crazy. Thanks fairly hard. I'm still not 100%, but thank you. Oh right, I forgot. They can't go past that. It's gonna take a while. Yeah, we might. I mean, we can just rebuild this back. It's kind of silly. Step over it. A little scary. I was actually giving up and going elsewhere. We're using columns before. I was, yeah. I initially didn't early on in this one to save some wealth, but we'll probably switch over now. We started a social fight here in this. Jack hurled invective about Mio's uncle's stylishness. That's way overkill. Sorry, we'll keep an eye on it. It's fine. Actually, they've already stopped. This one's not manhunters anymore, neither is this one. Alright, nice. There's one of it. Amputate the tongue. Well, that was pretty easy. Sandra welcoming me back. Apparently. As a fashionable uncle, you get that one. Wesco box, get them that way. Yeah. It's alright though. They just destroyed a couple of barricades. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. I go ahead and do that eye. Man, Misfortune, I need you over your dead family. Alright. Can you just get over your dead family for me? I'd appreciate that. So once work will win. Tongue and bionic tongue. What? I didn't see that. Is that in the test branch or is it already live? It's on the test branch. It's on the unstable branch. It's crazy. Crazy. I'm really curious about that fluid ideology. That was one of the things I said that I wanted. And then they added it. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people mentioned it, not just me, but it's pretty awesome. For anyone that hasn't heard, fluid ideology is coming, where your ideology is created through the things that you do in your playthrough, not through just what you pick in the beginning. So for instance, if you're doing the fluid thing and you're like, oh, I guess we have to do a little bit of cannibalism to get through the winter. Over time, they might actually become a cannibal ideology. You have contacts, does that count as bionic eyes? To make you feel better, I'm gonna go with yes. Yes. So the promptness of another's uncle, it's always something ridiculous. Not long ago, we had someone insult someone's genitals, and I was like, whoa. First time I've seen that one. Oh, yeah, yeah. You can go ahead and try it out by going to the unstable, yeah. For anyone that doesn't know, just follow Moxie's advice. Just go in, right-click on your Steam list, right-click on RimWorld, and go into the beta menu, and there's a drop-down where you can choose the unstable branch. How am I feeling? Still not 100%. Like getting a little bit better. Thank you for asking. How's it going, Christopher? Just a seasonal cannibal. You insult your own genitals. So. We only eat people at the end of winter here. Was wrong. Just side effect from the second dose of the vaccine. Had a pretty rough day yesterday. Basically like a mini flu yesterday. Just kind of bleeding into today a little bit. So hopefully I'll be back to 100% tomorrow. But we'll see. Just need Cassandra to keep taking it easy on us today. Our first event today was mass animal hysteria, which is pretty much nothing. Might go ahead and do that eye. Do we have anyone else that has an eye issue? Can't remember. Orn is missing a left eye. All right. Have Goose do that. Silver Fluid, you start with only one meme, small iridium. You get points for doing rituals and other things. When you get enough points, you can reform and add or subtract one meme. Change as many precepts as you want. The cost of points goes up as you have more stuff. Still very much a work in progress, but the direction's going to be pretty amazing to you. Yeah, that's pretty cool. What all earns points right now? Just earn them over time or by doing certain acts or... Third dose as well. Oh, booster? Yeah. Depending on the person and whatnot. Doctor's telling me that probably for us be in about 8 months or so. Make slaves worth the effort, or are they choosing them incorrectly? What would make slaves worth the effort is if they didn't count completely on population curve. That would be the big one. That or wealth. If slaves didn't count on population curve at all, they'd be overpowered. Maybe if they counted as like half population, then they would be better. At the moment, they're basically just colonists that uprise occasionally and don't... It doesn't matter if they die or not. But they count for a colonist. Like 3/5 or something. Points based on quality of ritual, points for converting people, some things like rating charity for other precepts as well. Rituals version center, yeah. 3/5 of a person. Something. Skill. But yeah, let's go and cheer him. The moment they count as a full colonist, which is kind of rough. Swing them in armor or giving weapons. It's mainly a negative too. Yeah. Yeah, at the moment, there's not much use. You might as well just get more colonists, honestly. Unless your precept needs them. Country you're even eligible for. Yet. Be at the end of the month. Finally for you, Angie. Yeah, I'm not going to get into the politics on that side. But as far as population curve and raid threat generation is concerned, it would be nice if they counted for less of that. Or just less wealth or something. Combination of the two. But, I mean, not everything has to be completely balanced, and it's definitely not going to be ideology. Some of them are just precept-based anyway. Only RimWorld can make us be able to ask, are slaves worth it, and get an honest answer. I'm only answering based on gameplay. Or just flavor, not really for maxing. Yeah, exactly. I don't think it all needs min-maxed, sure, or balanced or whatever. Why don't I use doors that have walls for those positions? Because those are for breaches. Breaches destroy walls in a single hit, but breaches, including termites, take like 4 or 5 hits to destroy a door. So those are breach fallback positions. A termite, for instance, will take 4 hits to destroy a door, but 1 hit per wall. So using barricades and doors there, you can actually stand your ground there for much longer. So just kind of tame compared to a lot of the RimWorld war crimes. Yeah, no problem. It's going Goose. Run still rolling. You're still alive. Yeah. Still going fine. Sandra, are you going to hit us again or what? Is this a one event? What day was that one? Let's say that was on, let's say it was 3/11.
$5, Buster.
If we don't get hit by the end of 3/16, we should be good. What was that? Toys. They were 500 bits. Thank you, toys. Very much appreciated. Feel better. Thank you. Yeah. For breachers, all you need to berserk them. Other mechs will kill it. That's true, and I do that. However, the other mechs will continue to act like breachers. So even if you kill the termites, the other ones are still going to break walls and stuff, and this still lasts longer. And it's not just mechs, right? So if you have these 4 positions are for all the different kinds of breachers, not just termites. And not everyone is going to have berserk. It might not get lucky. It might not have berserk yet. It might not be using psycasters at all. It might not even have a royalty. So, shooting level you said is not worth using SMG anymore. So assault rifle, everything else equal, becomes better than an SMG at 15 shooting. 15. Everything else equal. So I losing stun with just 2 colonists. Any potential tips? I think it is possible because one of the biggest things, Jamie, that the game uses to determine how hard it hits you is population curve. Population curve is really, really important. You'll notice that if you have 100,000 wealth, but you have 20 colonists, you get hit super hard. If you have 100,000 wealth and you're on naked brutality, you still only have 1 pawn, you get hit much. I mean, it's still hard in relativity to the 1 pawn, but it's way less raid points. So I absolutely think you can do 500% all the way to ship launch with 2 people. Angie, thank you for the Twitch Prime. Thank you for using that here. Much appreciated. Battles Monitor, I was going to wait until we put it over here, but I guess I might as well throw it down. They're minifiable, so I guess there's no downside. We'll just throw it in. Dive it. What?
Maximum level reached.
Dive it. They were the tier 3. They were the resub at tier 3. There's not been a lot of tier 3 subs over these many years of streaming. Thank you, Diven. Much love to Diven as well. Welcome back. Security trap gods. Thanks, Diven. How the save you mentioned on Discord with the doors and walls. Can we take 10 minutes at the end of the stream? Just get a demo of that base. Yeah, maybe. I should still have it, yeah. I just did it last night, so. See how many weapons, what matters more, weapon quality or percent condition? Quality matters more because the weapon will be better. Obviously, the durability on it, it doesn't impact damage or anything like that. It just impacts how close it is to deteriorating. But it seems to basically not deteriorate while it's equipped anyway, unlike armor and things. So absolutely quality. To an extent, I mean, if you have a 1% legendary, yeah, condition doesn't matter for damage. Would you like more sub or patron? It's whatever's easiest for people. I know some people ask what I get the most out of. I actually get, so as far as percentage goes, I get the most out of direct donation with PayPal. Second most by a couple of percent difference is Patreon. And then third is subs. So subs for tier 3, I get 70%. 70% on a tier 3, 60% on a tier 2, and 50% on a tier 1. Whereas with Patreon, I only pay 7%, and with PayPal, only 3%. So those are the numbers for anyone that's, you know, curious. But honestly, like, whatever is best for whoever does it, whatever they feel most comfortable with, I just appreciate all the support. But if you're looking for which one is the best bang for your buck, in regards to getting me the highest percentage of it, direct donation and Patreon are the two that are way above the others. How much do I get from Tynan? 0. OnlyFans is the best way to support.
Our modest fellowship expands.
SMGs are better for low shooting. So does that mean assault and charge rifles are worse on them? Would minigun be an upgrade to SG or for low shooting pawns? Sin, thank you for the subscription. Thank you, Sin. Very much appreciated. Hang on, let me deal with this guy and I'll answer that. Thank you, Sin. Oh. Oh, you just headshot him? Oh, no. Great. He has a permanent brain injury and an eye all screwed up. I don't even know about this prisoner anymore. Amateur's ready again. So the main ones I know is the all-around weapons. So there are other weapons that are better in certain scenarios. For instance, chain shotguns are amazing, but they need a different kind of setup. I've never tested one for one. So it depends on I'm assuming it would depend on a lot of factors and how the kill setup is and whatnot. But basically for that tier all-around weapon, charge rifle is still better in the long run, but it costs way more and it's later game, and the increase over SMG for bad shooters is not really worth that extra expense. But the minigun, I haven't tested a 1-for-1. Miniguns are super good, but they are very expensive. 20 components to make your own is really crazy. After having watched all your past Arcasts for the last week or so, deserved it. Thanks, Sid. Brain scar can be fixed in the biosculptor, yeah. Hi, do they provide some service to you, or is it just like sending anyone else money via PayPal? Just like sending anyone else money, yep. So it's kind of the standard with PayPal. Yeah. The only like services are, you know, like protection of funds and stuff, and like we had our account compromised a long time ago, a different account, and they were able to fix it, but yeah. Credit card processing is expensive. Or team donations percent pretty low. Credit card companies take like 5%. Yeah, 3% is not bad. It's the best I can currently get anywhere, really. All right, I don't know if Cassandra's gonna hit again. Done a run with every other faction are hostile, even the royals. We did do one kind of like that, yeah, where we betrayed everyone, including that was in one of our 1.3. One of our 1.3 before ideology came out. We actually angered the Empire and everyone else, yeah. We didn't play it all the way through, but yeah, to do that. 55 wargs, nah. Clip viewer points. Wait. Does it actually do a message like that now? Oh man. So right now, speaking of charge rifles, we're on our way to it. Just gonna keep replacing these putting these bionic eyes in everyone. I think we're just gonna go down the line here. Misfortune, you'll be next. Bionic eye, left eye. Quest just let the wargs starve outside the walls. You can, yeah, but there's not much reason for us to do it. Like, I don't want the person. They're too old, and that was the only reward. And aside from that, we don't know about them. And the wargs are all, 82% of them are going to insta-rot for Scaria anyway, so. Yeah, it doesn't look like Cassandra's going to hit us again. I mean, there's still some time, but it's not looking very likely. She was at about 310. She's still got about a day that she can hit us, but it's looking less and less likely. Have I played Humankind? Not yet. No, I'm interested in it, though. What's most important after eye? Leg or arm, depending. I like leg because of the movement speed. Arm for manipulation is really good. Manipulation is such a great stat in this. Also helps with melee. But yeah. Eye, leg, and arm is kind of the route I usually go. How do you know when you're likely to hit it again? So Cassandra and Phoebe have a cycle. They each have their own independent cycle. Cassandra has 11.6 day cycle. So how it works is within a 4.6 day period, Cassandra can hit you with up to 2 major events. Up to 2 major events in a 4.6 day period. Once she's done that, she goes on cooldown for 6 days. So if you've gotten hit by Cassandra twice within 4.6 days of one another, then you know you're safe for 6 days. Phoebe's is much longer. Hers is a 8 to 20 per one attack. So if you get attacked by Phoebe with one major event, you know you can't get attacked again for 8 days. Randy obviously can get attacked anytime or not at all. Superchargers. Yeah, right now we're just kind of biding our time, staying at current wealth while we get bionic eyes on everyone. They already have good speed. They're like good at like someone that's building or crafting or something. They already have decent speed. Crafting in general is a good one to go arm first because they're going to be standing there a long time. And if you do arm first on your construction or your crafter, it's going to help them to get those other bionics out for faster for the other people too. So it depends. How do we let our characters not get addicted to Luciferium? The only way is to not give them Luciferium. Once you give them Luciferium, they're going to need Luciferium every 6.66 days. It even survives death. That drug addiction, if you kill them and resurrect them with a resurrection mech serum, they will still be addicted to Luciferium, unlike other drugs. Cut off their arms, gave them venom fangs and jump packs. The Gobble Squad, Scott. It's the first time I've heard of that one. All right. Kiwi. Let's get your tier 4. Pawns are getting bored, and that's with poker pool, chess, and horseshoes fixed. So as their expectation goes higher, you're gonna need more recreation types. You can hover over the boredom over here to see what it is. One of the easiest ones to get is to just grab a telescope from the exotic goods trader. But yeah. Other than that, you can have drugs, recreational drugs, or recreational food. And then there's different types. So if you look at the recreation type, here are the different types. So there's solitary relaxation, which can be them just wandering or going and hanging out by the campfire or table or whatever. Social interaction, again, a social meeting spot. So cloud watching, stuff like that's under solitary. Dexterity, which are things like hoopstone. Cerebral, which chess, etc. TV watching, telescope is a good one. Music, chemical consumption, and food consumption are all the different ones. What drugs are non-addictive, but boost production? None that boost production that aren't addictive. For mood and recreation, you can do Psychite Tea every 2 to 3 days. As long as you put it on a schedule every 2 to 3 days, they won't get addicted unless they're chemical interest or chemical fascination, they take it more. What kind of DOS are you getting for the walls around the tree? Minus 30% psi focus gain and minus 30% grass growth. Got skip again. Yeah, I guess that's a good point. Psychite in general slightly reduces the need to rest. And Psychite T doesn't hit conscious, which is nice. Found content on YouTube, enjoyed it so much. The knowledge, new play style. Shout out from Australia. Thank you, Dinosaur. I appreciate it. They were coming to let me know. Combat supplier. Was that a ship? I didn't even check. Hey, I complained about not getting enough ships last time. Thank you, Dinosaur. I appreciate it. We have no money now. I guess it's time to start making drugs. All right. Time to start making drugs. Speaking of Psychite. We're going to stagger this a little bit, so I'm going to let that grow a little, and we'll go from there. Room time. So your mod wife. What's going on, Uncle Daz? Is what true? Heart for them in cryo for like 10 years cure luciferium addiction? No, I don't know. I've never tried that. I've never heard that, so I don't know. Ships a day. What's it? Downers at school, so Ares is acting up again. Trade ships per day, no raids. The fast 2 to 3 quadrums. Yeah, that's Randy. With animal personhood, 2% tame chance, and another 2% from animal spec. Problem with 7 animals had over 40% tame chance for an elephant. Animals affect raid points, as Wiki is somewhat lacking of that. I don't know if it's a 1-to-1 yet, so I don't know. From what I understand, it affects it based on just the raw wealth of the animals, but it could be that it's a percentage-based thing. I know like structures are percentage-based. So structures only give 50% of their wealth as raid points. I'm not sure about animals if it's... I've been under the assumption that it's a 1-to-1, but it might not be. Hey, pulse rifles. Who's next on the eye department here? Looks like you're getting an eye there, Goose. Which eye? Left eye. Yeah, it looks like Cassandra went back on cooldown. Now a traitor. Don't really have anything to sell them, but... So uploading the raid point wiki, but it's crazy complicated. Yeah, that'd be incredibly helpful, Smurf. Yeah, I think we're doing that. How do pulse rifles compare to miniguns in cost and effectiveness? I overall like the pulse rifles as like a all-around weapon, but it's good to have a few miniguns in there too. And again, it's going to depend on some other things. Like shooting specials with the minigun is really stupidly good. The real benefit of the minigun is that you can aim it past the target. You can control and aim past the target that you're wanting to hit, and it's going to spray and it's going to hit things along the way also. So it's really good in a big AoE situation. It's very good against centipedes, for example. So miniguns are incredible for, like, you start getting those 10 to 15 centipede plus raids and they're grouped up right here. Shooting at some of the central or back centipedes with multiple miniguns are going to just shred things. So as most things, it depends. It's good to have kind of a mix in that scenario. You only downloaded Twitch to watch my live content? That's awesome, guys. So yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Sorry if the stream is different from the recordings today. I'm not feeling 100% today, so it's probably going to be even more laid back than normal. But
fellowship expands.
I appreciate it.
Praise the sub.
Mish, thank you for the Twitch Prime. I think you're using that here. Casting, it was a tier 1. I'm sure you've heard this, but I appreciate the support. Much love to Mish. Way to influence where traders hang out. Not without a mod, there isn't. Used to, if you had a... used to, they would try to congregate around an Anima tree if it was within your home area. But that was changed in 1.3. So nope, not without mods. I don't know, because I think I'd rather break it down. So many comments are watching it and we saw your with the videos on YouTube. That's awesome. Yeah, well, thank you for using it here. It does financially support the streams. Thank you. Smurf is mortals. Maybe I should change your name on our Discord. So people know. Thank you. Thank you, Tina. Some booch in our storage room. Uh-oh. Man, I really want to get another far skip. I guess if we don't get far skip, we'll just start caravanning out anyway. But we also really need another construction person, which is what they're gonna do. Oh, they're ready to convert. Christ. $81 tribals. All right. What kind? Breach the wall, of course. Oh, breaches. I've heard about these new, very rare raids called breach raids. You guys heard about these? Very rare, I've heard. We are so fortunate to finally have seen one. Finally. Finally, guys. Hey, are you guys coming? I don't got all day. Breach, never heard of it. Alright, get out of here. Here, capture these will determine who's good, not after the facts. Gotta rebuild that wall. I didn't have that in the home zone in accident. Okay. Oh, plague. Yeah, I did way more damage to my walls than they did, yeah. Disease today. Patches again. Ugh. Alright. Patches, chub nuts. Tea. You're already there. Salamander and gerbil. Major break on Fathom. What's up, Fathom? Chemical starvation? Don't worry, we'll be getting some drugs soon. Tiny rest shooter went on and solely spree right in the middle of fighting him by cluster. Didn't get hit as well. Why the doors? Because doors take 4 to 5 hits to destroy for breachers, and walls only take 1. So those are breach lines. So we need to horror, but you deserve feedback. Keep up the preview content. My pleasure. Yeah, thank you. They will let me know. Oh crap. Come on, Juliet. Get it done. Get that wall back. Something's around Fathom. Come on, Fathom. It's time for this crap. Let's go do some drugs, alright? Go insult the prisoners or something. There we go. Get a social fight. Nice. Well, there's a dead guy in there. Who knew? Who knew? Mio. 10 to T, please. Infection on Salamander? I don't care about Salamander. What's Bart, you lost your leg? Christ. Humps has an infection? Sucks for Humps. Alright, they're all tended to. The wall is done. Alright. Bert, what happened to your leg? Cut off his tongue. So what's the downside in the, is the tongue going to be something that you can actually just remove anytime in the test branch, or is it something you have to replace? Because I know some of them, like in the base game, eyes, for instance, you can't just cut them out. Sucks for Humps. So fights hit each other. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't decided. I think I'm going to process it and call it a traitor. All right, let's take a look at these. Got 32 over 24, 29 over 23. Got 30 over 25. 31, 29. So they're all good. They're good. So with one leg, dream they have one leg, or do they walk with both legs somehow? All right, let's see who survived this. The prisoners. Chemical interest, fast walkers, good. Animals, don't really need this person. Salamander, crafting. Slow learner sucks, but they pretty much be doing nothing but crafting. If they survive this, we'll think about it. I really don't like slow learner, but reduce resistance anyway. How's this guy doing? Yeah, he's on his way. Pinky and left thumb. How you ever get people to call him now? Full 39, getting up there, Phoenix. Need a life? What? Life is about enjoying things. That's it. Are you enjoying the stream? Those hours are well spent. Heat wave. Sure do replace stuff, you know? You know, I should probably start using that mod again. I don't really use mods anymore, but that one. Sure do miss that one. All right. So, who has the flu or the plague? There you go. Man, we got some really beat up people here. Should have done one at a time. Go to your office with your muffalo. Beefalo bod. Was asked for age reversal yet? No, I don't think we're at that expectation level. So 150,000 wealth is where that start. Any pets? We don't have. We just have the horses, which I'm probably not gonna name them. Well, I might name the horses. This heater in the room double as a cooler, so you can set the target. So the heater is set for 70, so it's only going to try to get to 70 if it's, you know, a lower temperature, and this is going to try to get to 70 if it's a higher temperature. So, man, we might actually need more than one cooler in there. Oh, the door's open. That's why. Forgot to shut that after the last trip in here. More cat horses, for instance. Oh, God. It's 350, 759. All right. You're replacing past coolers all over the place. Not out yourself. Stum's content. Over there. I'm not able to, but I'm not able to stream overnight anymore, unfortunately. That's what I used to stream. High expectation starts at 182. Thank you. So I had to turn off coolers and heaters, and they're not needed. Probably. I mean, I'd rather just leave them on and try to get the room to their target comfort, even if they kick back and forth. You can save a little bit of power by doing that, by micromanaging it, but I just don't worry about it. New Bionic Eye almost done. I think after this one, I'm going to... What? That's almost done. Spaghetti, just finish it off. I'm going to suspend this. I'm going to make a charge rifle. Come on, baby carrots. Welcome in. You got today off? Yeah, you can save a little bit of power by turning them off if you really, really want to like micromanage it. I just never do. Ice Team and Misfortune. Still a shot to the left there, better. Yeah, that's true. Let's go ahead and call them now. Because maybe they'll be here in time for the meet as well. Might actually make it cooler today. Why no chair for workbenches? Because all chairs do is average comfort up. But we don't need to average comfort up because we are averaging it up by sleeping twice a day. We're actually on the 444 block now, so they're getting their comfort max twice a day pretty easily. And so there's no real reason. It doesn't increase like production speed or anything like that. So it would only be, oh, who's making that? No, no, no. It would only be for averaging up comfort. That's it. Okay. We over the plague because I don't want to go do these ceremonies while the plague's still going. We are, all right. All right, tier 5. Here's our chance at far skip again. Come on, Ninja Kiwi. Far skip, far skip. Machines in the same room as your fabrication, and what they do, those are neural superchargers. They're for the Transhumanist. They require one after you get to 81,000 wealth or higher. They all require one. They use it once every day. Recharges for 24 hours and increases learning speed by 25%. It increases consciousness as well. Come on, Kiwi. Hey, we got Word of Inspiration, though. Finally. Take that one. Jaliet. Come on, Jaliet. Crafting inspiration. Creative inspiration, Jaliet. Shooting frenzy. Bulk chunk skip. What'd you get for rank 5, Gerbil? What did you get? You're the one that got far skip, yeah. I'd like to get one more, but yeah, that would be nice to get another legendary charge rifle, but not this time. Apparently. Heat stroke. Oh, I see. Dominico's salvation! Finally! We're the ones that got kidnapped! Prisoners being held by the animal packs, managed to steal radio. It's Dominico, one of our original 5. 21-year-old. It says 11 turrets and 1 pirate. That's it. It's time to make a sniper rifle. Make me a sniper rifle, please. All right. 11 turrets, but only 1 pirate. Yeah. Barracks, is that more effective at increasing beauty than making sculptures? Well, it depends. Sculptures are way more wealth, so we only needed a little bit to get to. So I just needed to get above 120 impressiveness. So above 120, it becomes extremely impressive. And so putting the flowers in, doing some jade walls, was able to get there. I didn't have to worry about the really expensive sculptures or anything like that. Just a sniper, yeah. That's all we need. Hope he knows where you are. Yeah. I was worried. Does that mean you're the one that's the traitor? Yeah, and the walls already separate rooms, so the jade tile being as a separator can impact both. Trees boxed in, surrounded by buildings. They're still effective with that many structures. Yeah, it caps out at minus 30%. So whether you only have a few structures or a crap load, caps out at minus 30% either way. There might be more threats. Yeah, I'm going to send a few more people. That's right. Wait, Dominico attacked us on Sunday. And now he's calling us? So, Woozy, welcome in. "23 days. Anti-turret duty, the only use case for snipers. Snipers also outrange all other, aside from turrets, mech turrets. It outranges everything aside from pikemen and other snipers. So you can also use it to do things like pull mechs. You can use it to pick off some like termites. You can use it to pull sieges. Yeah. Couldn't pull the triggers. Those spears for reconditioning. Maybe. Better ways to recruit captured people. Just give them a good prison. Make sure the prison only has a single door, because extra doors increase the amount, or increase the chance for a prison breakout now. So only one door to the prison. Give them a decent prison with a table and chair in there so they're not eating without a table. You can even put a recreation item in there if you want. And then try to get Word of Trust. If you have royalty and psycasting, Word of Trust is a tier 1 psycast. Word of Trust will reduce their resistance by 20. We didn't get lucky. We don't have Word of Trust. Word of Trust is really, really good at for recruiting. Yeah, we are overproducing food still. Well, that's mainly the human meat. We need that vendor to come. Is there a practical reason for the dryad tree in the room, anima tree, or is it just because it looks pretty? It's literally because it looks pretty, not just to us, but it increases beauty. The moss from this is very pretty, so it's making the room very impressive without having to do anything. Word of Trust is so OP, it feels like it's from a mod, but it isn't. Yeah. Can this anima grass grow over the moss? I might have put too many of these trees in here. I have to take it. I think it can, but I need to keep an eye on it. Human meat's starting to rot. Oh well. Charge rifle's done. Excellent charge rifle. All right. There, Mio. Nature is so pretty to boost your transhumanists. Just got home from work. Ideology doesn't require bedrooms. No ideology requires bedrooms. Barracks are just super, super efficient for wealth and space and mood in a lot of ways if you combine it with other building types like recreation and dining. Yeah, I've been mainly using predominantly barracks for the last, like, I don't know, 5 years or something. Real years. The anti-table ideology. We don't care if we eat without a table. That'd be nice. How are we doing in this sniper? Right, another Garland. Jeez. Bulk goods. Someone on their way to this. It's not that far away. Where do we need some more beauty? I think we're good on there, but that is still growing, which is nice. I could throw it in here or over here. That'd be kind of interesting. Huh. It's gonna give a little bit of cover to enemies, 25% if they get to it, which isn't a big deal. But also the immature dryads will put out fires in here, and they will also take some of the shots from the enemies. Immature rides the moss. Yeah, thank you. I was just looking at that. Yeah, it looks like it was, thankfully. I think I'm gonna put it in here. Have a reason for your standard room sizes? Oh, there's a clip for it. Thank you, Sip. Yeah, I need to make that command. Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm gonna put it in here. Screw it. See, work saw the ladies run is up on YouTube. Thanks a lot for that. Oh yeah, sorry Hershey for the delay on it. I have people helping me out with timestamps. So I don't mean this in a negative way at all, but the person that was helping me with the Darkest Dungeon timestamps for that one wasn't able to do it for the last couple of weeks. So I got some yesterday when I wasn't able to do much else. I went ahead and did the timestamps on that new one. And there should be one that just went up today as well. Is our mood hit for Dryad Death? No, because we're not bonding with them. They're just immature. They're not even ours, really. Yeah, they can go Berserk. They can also be part of Mass Animal Insanity, which we had happen already in this run. Poor health. Oh, it's because of the friggin' spine. Alright. It's life, yeah. Distracted by the StarCraft playthrough, though? Yeah, thank you for watching that one. Not a lot of people have watched the StarCraft playthrough, so... actually. This music is so Stardew Valley. It's crazy how close to Stardew Valley it sounds. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna get from him. Alright. Let's call in another trader. Wait, which one were you guys? Tahini. Sahini. Alright, got a new bionic eye here. Who was next in line for that? Gotta remember to go save Dominico. Arn. Oh, we still need a lung, Arn. Oh no, all those prisoners died. Arn, I keep forgetting that you need a lung. I'll remember next time we get attacked by humanoids. Maybe. Maybe I'll remember. Who's that? Fathom? Oops. Fathom. Alright, Fathom. Install bionic eye, right eye. There you go. Until Cassandra comes and Swegan. I don't know. It looks... She's been doing just the one event, so it's kind of... I kind of don't like that, because I kind of want her to do 2 events so we know like how long we have, so... Poor Johnny for no reason. The Marines goes, oh man, poor Johnny. We have trees under the kill box. I'm testing it in place of fences and stuff like I usually do. I usually use fences or barricades in there, but I'm going to test trees. Food from the flat side of this? Oh, they're getting, yeah. They get the food from the dispenser on that end, where the green end is. Dominico's quest, we have like 20 more days left on it. 21 days. She is predictable, yeah. It's just that I wish she would go ahead and hit us the second time so I know that we have the days. So we know she can hit us again. I just wish she would so then we can leave. Let's go on chicken burritos. Welcome in. So weird being able to put trees. Yeah, just dump trees there. Is that all of them? All right. Yeah, we're gonna test trees in there. See how it goes. Because it might be a non-wealth way to slow enemies down. We'll find out. So what wealth is biosculpting required? I'm not sure. I think someone said it was like the 180 something, 170 something. Yeah, I'm not sure on that one. I know 81,000 is for the neural superchargers though. Remembrance of Tacoma can say this every 20 minutes. The mission is a 182. 182, thank you. Sniper's almost done. I think that once that's done, we'll go ahead and go save Dominico, hopefully. We'll have to take Gerbil with us. So Gerbil has fire skip. So we'll take Gerbil. Probably see like 4 people. Sniper rifles done. Nice. An excellent sniper. 81s for the supercharger. 182 for the biosculptor. Working near your machining tables. These are the neural superchargers for the transhumanists. Increases consciousness and increases learning speed, but uses a lot of power. Need 1 for each colonist in the long run. All right, who's next? Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. Chub Nuts. Come on, Chub Nuts. It's time. We're finally gonna get word of trust. All right, Chub Nuts. The name like Chub Nuts. How can you not trust them? Yeah, it makes them eat a little bit more, yeah. Nope. Still no word of trust. Jeez, man. Best train for carry more loot from selling off the map. The ones that are easily obtainable, yeah. Horses haul just as much as Muffalo, but they're way faster. So 1 horse per person on a caravan for actual just haul capacity. Elephants, so if you're on a tropical map. Elephants also have the benefit of being advanced training, so they can haul even in your base, not just pack animals. No one sells genitals. Let's go on, Jeff. Welcome in. All right, when you start thinking about who we're going to take, so we're going to take Gerbil because they have far skip. So Gerbil is going to be the sniper most likely. So let's go ahead and put a 1 on his name. Take Kiwi probably too. Misfortune we're definitely not taking. Take Spaghetti. Probably someone that can do doctoring. Jack, all right. Those are our 4 that's going to go save Dominico, hopefully. Go live and wealthy. How's it going, Zan? Yeah, thank you. Combat command, shooting commands. I do, yep. Yeah, we're going to take 2 of those with us. Even with tree landing, tree connection still difficult. Yeah, I'll have to do that one again. We did it as soon as it came out, but... Found some plasteel. How long does she hit? Because we might want to wait on the next one. Whoops. She hit on 320-ish. And we have really bad timing. Is Devil Strand worth the time to grow it? It is, as long as you have long enough growing period. Devil Strand is very, very good defensively. It's very good clothing material. It's one of the, it's like the best that you can make yourself. I mean, obviously you could make Thrumbo first up, but you have to get lucky with a bunch of Thrumbo events, or you have to, you know, go fight Thrumbo. Or I mean, go breed Thrumbo somehow. What's a hauling mod? I don't have a hauling mod. It's a good mod for hauling. I'm not sure. I'm not really using any mods. Best crop to sell for silver? Drugs. Psychites. The other thing is actually kind of a decent, I know you mean crop is like food crop. Those ones, none of them are really great at selling as just raw crops, but growing psychite or even growing herbal medicine is pretty decent. Drugs is your answer there. If you want to, you know, make some real money. All right, the bulk goods traders here. Yeah, like synthweave and hyperweave are gonna be really good too, but those ones, again, you can't make them yourself or anything without a mod. So Thrumbo Fur, synthweave, hyperweave, those are all super good. But Devil Strand is actually really good, especially for something you can just grow. Promoting drugs on stream again, always. I read Thrumbos. We were talking about this last week. I think it's the #1 thing in a row that never done. I've kind of done it, but I didn't have a lot of them. Baby Thrumbos look kind of hilarious, but they eat so much. But if you're on a map like this where they can just, you know, graze for wild trees and stuff, they're really good. But yeah, I think the most Thrumbos I've ever had in one run is like 3. Mass growing chickens, yeah, you can do that. Chickens breed super quickly. All right. Actually thought we had more human leather. I guess we sold it all to the previous one, but that's all right. That's all right. I need more golds. I guess I'll attune this next for golds for advanced components. All right, Dominico, I think we're gonna be on our way. I think it's been has been 5 days. Yeah, we might get attacked where we're going. Just gotta be careful. Animals will take drugs they are addicted automatically for need, even on caravans. Body size doesn't affect their need rate. So Lucerium addicted thrumbos sounds very viable. French playthrough and you got inspired taming, you're able to tame a female male thrumbo, ended up with a steady 8 to 10 herd, trained them up and sold them for money. They're amazing for hauling, yeah, they are amazing for everything. They actually have the highest caravan speed of an animal. They haul a crap load, they're really good at fighting. Yeah, thrumbos are really awesome. The only downside is keeping them fed, but if you're on one of these year-long growing maps, it's not that bad. Not that big of a deal, I should say. All right, let's do it. Caravan is so fun. Yeah, you get ambushed, you're like, oh, I don't know if this is a wise decision for you guys. So I need to give Gerbil the sniper rifle before we go. Oh, we only have 3 horses. That sucks.
Subscriber, come steal yourself. We are building an army.
Who is that? Chubbawonga, thank you for the 5 gift subs. To Chicory, Roan, Ape, Undead, Witcher, and Sedation. Thank you, Chubba. Very much appreciated. Much love to Chubba. I had to set them to be able to eat those, that food we just gave them. Alright. Thank you, Chubba. Thermo is better than the horse? Yeah, absolutely. If you can get them. Why was it 0 days of food? Because I had them set to not be able to eat pemmican. I think they'll be okay with it. Yeah. Thank goodness that Thermo can't eat Guarlin trees or Anima trees anymore. Yeah. It's too bad we didn't have one more horse. I shouldn't have sold the foals, I suppose. Come on, I can give you guys that much to take. Here we go. All right, Cassandra, be gentle. God, I have such bad luck with caravanning. We have Chebnuts and Chumbawanga. That's right. Thank you. Yeah, they'll eat lots of things. It's just that they eat a lot, so. And then having to set up a traveling food one. I'm pretty sure this one is set right. Let me double check it though. Yeah, okay. Here we go. Tried to throw them inside a wall last night. They ate all the sleeping draw. Pushed aside and fainted, so. They eat a lot per meal, but not as frequently. Don't forget to free the prisoner this time. What? We don't want another kitten thing on our hands? Freaking pyros. Bart, that's enough. Holy crap, Bert. Let's go on, pretentious. Welcome in. Need some taco making in your life? I made soft tacos last night. Alright, Bert's over his bullcrap. I didn't take them sleeping gifts. Bedrolls, rather. Rusty Ponds, we go pyroing or other annoying breaks. It can be sometimes. They did change it, so now as soon as you arrest them, they immediately get the arrested debuff. So you can't, like, cheese it anymore. So just putting out his fire every now and then was fine. I'd rather that than him have a mood debuff for however many days, 10 days or 6 days or whatever. It's too cold in this freezer. So unhappy. Yeah, we didn't take any bedrolls. I think they'll be okay though. So tomorrow we will free Dominico, hopefully. So we are going to need more stoves at some point. Once the drugs start coming in. We can always move these later. It's fine. And we just need Cassandra to be chill while we're doing this. How you doing? He's almost recruited. I have to get him a biosculptor. Maybe I should just go ahead and make one for him. The other ones are not going to, like, require it anyway. Streams aren't just entertaining? Well, thank you. So with the doors and barricades, so breaches destroy walls in a single hit, but they don't destroy, they take 4 hits for a door. So those are breach defense, so we can actually stand behind these and fight mech breaches, for instance, without them just wrecking the walls. They have less HP, but for whatever reason, the shots from breachers do less damage to doors. So termites take like 4 hits to break a door and only 1 hit to break a wall, even though doors have lower HP. No pause or mode makes it a lot better to watch. I think so too. Thanks. That's gonna be patched, probably. Yep. Probably. Here we go. Cassandra, please don't attack me while I'm here. That's crazy, Harvix. I'll take it. Thank you. The battery caught on fire. It's not roofed. Good job, pirates. Coming, Dominico.
A gleaming endowment.
Baby carrots. Thank you for the 1,000 bits. Thank you, baby carrots. That's a lot of bits, man. Much love to baby carrots. Thank you, baby carrots. See, there's a couple batteries over there, but these ones are off. Version of that prisoner too. Nice. All right, nice. Free the prisoner. Let's get some components while we're here. That's good enough. We better get going. Form the caravan. Okay. Let's see. Take the components. Take the steel. All right. I'll take those two. Why not? Now we first get back home. And Dominico is back. Welcome back, Dominico. Look at you. You're one of the OGs. Does that mean you were tribal? Yeah, you were tribal. That's right. What? You converted while you were gone? Dominico. What are you doing? We'll fix that. So, yeah, we brought one, yeah. We're just being fed lavish meals. That's probably why you got converted. Now we just gotta save Sip. Didn't Dominico run off the map? That was J-Mac. Although Dominico was with the enemy on Sunday and we shot him, he almost died. Welcome back. This guy tried to kill us. That's true. It's true. He didn't know what he was doing. He's Goose's fiance. Forgot about that. You can fire skip into map tiles. Yep, as long as you have another pawn on the other end, you can fire skip across the entire world. They forced him to try to kill us. It wasn't his fault. So he dropped down to 51. 51. There we go. He's pretty low now. 3 days. He should join us. All right, Dominico. Another doctor. Nice. Nice. Okay, welcome in. Let's go chill out now. So they've been so problematic. God, I hope so, yeah. As soon as they get married, they'll be able to sleep together. Ours doesn't allow them to otherwise, but, yeah. What's the other thing? Dominico, go ahead and equip this, and then, Gerbil, put yours back on. Here we go. Okay, now after the next set of, Cassandra attacks, we will go do some mining, hopefully. Depends on how hard she hits us, I suppose. Okay, let's go ahead and remove that one on there. So I had that on there to easily grab them when we were caravanning. The caravan menu. All right. Well, there seems like a good time to split the recording for YouTube, so let me go ahead and split that.